All right, I'm here with my friend Dallon Christensen, and on the In the Trenches videocast. What's up, Dallon?
Not a whole lot. It's another warm day, and I am actually in blummer gear right now, wearing shorts and flip-flops as I sit in my home office. I haven't even changed the paint job in the office. This is still my son's paint job from when he had this room as his nursery.
Is that like green and yellow wallpaper, or is that paint?
It's paint.
Okay.
My wife actually painted it, and at some point we're going to paint it over and make it a little bit more like an office. But it does provide a little bit of color and creativity.
Yeah, you're the creative director of Whiteboard Business Partners, so it helps, right?
That's exactly right. Adds a little bit of creativity to my day. There's no question about that.
There you go. Now, where are you, and kind of what's your past? You've been in big corporate America, I think, right?
That's exactly right. I live in Bettendorf, Iowa, which easiest way to explain where it is, just take your finger on Interstate 80 and go toward the Mississippi River, where I-80 and the Mississippi River meet. I live just a couple of miles from there. Very, very easy to find on a map. I've spent 14 years in corporate America. I worked for John Deere for a number of years, which has its corporate headquarters in one of the neighboring towns very close to where I live, just across the river. As a matter of fact, my wife still works there. And as of the middle of June, I started Whiteboard Business Partners full-time. I've run this business on the side for about 18 months, really about 2 years in different forms, but as Whiteboard for about 18 months or a little bit less than that now. What I do at Whiteboard Business Partners is I help small business owners, particularly solopreneurs and businesses that have under 50 employees and less than 25 million in revenue, become more profitable, productive, and prepared to build their businesses instead of owning jobs. I'm definitely a non-traditional CPA. I do business coaching. I do a lot of training and seminars. I am on the staff of Surgeon McCoy as one of their CPE instructors. I also teach the Certified Management Accounting Exam Review course. I hold my CPA and my CMA. I toe both sides of the fence in this case.
Boy.
But I do a lot of contract management work. I focus a lot on CFO and Chief Operating Officer activities for my clients, as well as doing shorter term business coaching and training and seminar services.
Cool. God, you do a lot in there. Well, cool. Well, we appreciate you encouraging the other CPAs around the world, or CMAs, as it may be, in your circles. I have 4 questions for the In the Trenches videocast, so I'm going to run through those with you. What things are difficult right now in running your own firm?
For me right now, the toughest part is just establishing an identity and gathering. I have a lot of warming activities. If you think of marketing and the gathering, warming, and closing mindset, I feel like I do a good job with warming and closing. I blog regularly at whiteboardbusiness.com. I'm the host of the Making Business Happen podcast series. I'm featuring a lot of THRIVEal members in future episodes with Q&A and book reviews. I'll have Jason on my show at some point to talk about non-traditional CPAs, which should be a lot of fun to do.
Oh, yeah.
But for me, really opening my marketing funnel is the biggest challenge in my business right now. I have a lot of confidence that once I get people understanding what I do and how I do it, that my conversions are very high. It's just a matter of helping people understand what it is I do, getting in front of people, sharing my expertise, and gathering those people so that way I have a chance to build relationships and be able to let them see what I can do to help their businesses.
That's something. That's what we're working through too, and we hear that from almost everybody, is actually the influx of new clients. So our second question is, how would you encourage others that are running and growing their own firms?
I believe that you really need to become a thought leader. I work very hard on my speaking skills. I take every opportunity that I can get, whether it's speaking for free or speaking for pay. And of course, I always say I never speak for free.
Right.
I'm always getting some sort of value when I go out and speak, whether it's business cards or having people sign up for my newsletter. But you need to be out there establishing your expertise. You need to be speaking. You need to be writing. You need to be a guest on people's podcasts and radio shows. The only way that you're really going to be seen as an expert is to put yourself out in a public way as a recognized expert on a topic. That's the best piece of advice I can get to people is, even if you're shy, you have to get over that. You have to realize you have something of value and you need to share it with the world.
That's a good point. So what does the future hold for your firm?
For me, I really am growing the coaching side of the business right now. I want to work with solopreneurs, particularly people that are working in service-based industries and knowledge-based industries. I have a real heart and a real passion for product development.
Cool.
And for me, I want to work with graphic designers, web designers, marketing firms, creative people that need help running their businesses and don't necessarily want to get involved in the day-to-day operations of their business. They want to stay in the areas where they're very strong, but they also want an opportunity to get out of that time for money trap. That's something that I talk about with all of my clients, is how can we find revenue sources that don't require your direct involvement all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's products, whether that's packages, whether that's group coaching or seminars, you need to find ways where you're not just working one-on-one with people, and if you don't have projects going on, you're not earning money for your firm. So that's the real passion of what I have with my business right now. And I also want to really build the speaking seminars and the CMA review part of my business. Right now, I am an instructor for the Whiteboard CMA review. I work with the Institute of Management Accountants teaching their material, but I'm using a lot of the equipment that you see right now on this video cast. I'm able to record my lectures where people can watch them. I'm able to record the audio so I can download those into MP3 format so people can listen to the CMA lectures while they're driving in their car and trying to pass that exam. Yeah. I'm taking advantage of every single technology tool that I can in order to market my business and to deliver value to my clients.
Man, that's awesome. Well, actually, you listed this last one. How do you use technology to serve your customers? You kind of went through some of that.
I teased it a little bit.
Yeah.
To segue into this, I do run a weekly podcast, and starting on the 9th of August, the Making Business Happen podcast will be weekly. I've been running it every other week since the middle of June, but I'm going to change that to a weekly format. From a business perspective, I try to run my entire business on web-based technology. I use Xero for several of my clients. I use Less Accounting for my own clients as I start working with clients that need the capabilities of a service like Bill.com, which is web-based and provides a lot of the accounts receivable and account payable management. I will bring clients onto that as well, but I'm a big believer in the cloud. Huge believer in the cloud. I have a laptop. I have a desktop. I'm actually recording this on my desktop right now, but I want to be time independent and location independent, and the one and only way to really do that is to have as much web-based technology as possible. I was talking today with somebody who's going to work with me on training programs, and I said, I think I've only done one Microsoft Word document in the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Wow.
Using Google the apps all the time.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Everything is web-based as much as I possibly can make it. It's a big part of what I do, and for me, having grown up in a household where my dad was maybe not on the bleeding edge, but certainly on the leading edge of a lot of technological advances within his own company. He's the CFO of Wiffles Hybrids, which is a smaller regional seed corn company not too far from where I live.
Cool.
Seeing what he did with technology has really instilled a passion for me to help my clients, solopreneurs and small business owners, develop that same love of technology and to be able to run their businesses from anywhere and at any time.
Awesome. Well, Dallon, that's it. Our In the Trenches is pretty quick. Thanks for being with us on the In the Trenches video cast, man. You rock.
Thanks, Jason. And I'm very, very happy to be a part of the THRIVEal network and looking forward to helping people in that network as well as things are going forward.
All right. Thanks for pimping us, man. We appreciate it.
Always glad to help.
All right.